Hey guys, I'm just coming on with something here quick. I'm just reflecting back to something that happened to me probably it was the last day of March, I believe. We're now almost in July. And it was the night that I called the non-emergency number here in my corrupt city of London, Ontario, Canada. And I called the non-emergency number because I had a whole bunch of things in my apartment happening to me, and in my ear again with the voice to skull technology, the electromagnetic weapons, the scalar weapons, and being in this MKUltra illegal program here within my city that again is against my free will and against my birthright. I called the non-emergency number that night because somebody was in my ear saying, "We're never going to stop, Lynn, until you're dead, and we've been watching you since you were a little girl," really creepily in my ear, and it was disgusting. And I called and then my phone died. I literally fell asleep for 1 second. My head went down like necromancy was performed on me. I changed the password on my old phone. And I woke up and I couldn't even remember the password that I just changed. So now I write them down because they also do brain mapping, and they also do something where you, to try to make you forget. They try to make you forgetful, and it's so they can try to pin something on you, right? Because I'm in Narcville here in my city, right? And I'm just reflecting back today. I don't think this is going to be a short now, but I'm just reflecting back to that time when I did call the cops here, the non-emergency number, like I've mentioned. Reflecting back now with my phone giving out and then somebody talking to me when I didn't know the password saying, "Oh, Lynn, what are you going to do?" Like how a narcissist would. That's what they would do, right? Like in real life too, they'd be like, "I'm really worried about you. Are you okay?" When they know that you've clued into them, right? That's the kind of person they are. So I have these people talking to me and they're like, "Oh no, what are you going to do?" So I ended up calling this non-emergency number here in town, and like I've mentioned before, Smirky 1 and Smirky 2 ended up showing up. Didn't show a badge, didn't do anything. And I told them all of this stuff about the guy saying like, "We've been watching you since you were a kid." And I'm sober now, like I always mention. Very, very proud to be sober again now. I'll be 6 years in September. 222 on the timer. I think I did let them know though that if they checked in my records, I did mention two people that I used to hang out with, which are like pretty much badass, like not in a good way, badass like predators, narcissists, sociopaths, actually psychopaths that would actually belong in a straitjacket in a mental institution. If unfortunately ours here in London was never closed down, 244. Closed down a million years ago. We don't even have one of those places in our city, which I'm finding very weird here in my awakening, because all the narcissists do need a straitjacket or they do need jail. They're just that far delusional and that far gone, right? Because when you don't let anything out, you don't let anything out from your guts, from your inside, and you never feel anything. Well, number one, you're not real. They're not real because they're not able to feel, right? And if you can't feel something, then how are you ever gonna maintain this facade without your mask falling off? It's something I've been thinking about. But anyway, we don't even have one of those hospitals here. And I'm waking up now and I'm like, I'm around all of these people, not everyone. But I'm sitting here thinking that night I should have called. I should have called the 911 number. I very much should have called the 911 number, because somebody in your ear saying, "We're not going to stop until you're dead. We've been watching you since you were a kid," is actually a fucking goddamn emergency. It's definitely a 911 call. But I didn't. I called the non-emergency number. And then I let them know that I couldn't get in my phone and I'd been followed around. And again, I was followed around in my old phone, with people seeing what I was doing, talking to me the whole time. And when I went to get this new phone, there was signals coming in from the universe to inform me that it actually was one of the psychopaths that I used to date. It was when I was getting my new phone, there was music playing that reminded me of him. And the guy also said his name, which was for another store for me to go do something with my phone. And I thought that there's no coincidences. That's coming down from the divine for me to know. So it is very much indeed a psychopath that's behind this. Well, there could be many. But it's like Smirky 1 and Smirky 2. I'm just sitting here reflecting today. They didn't serve and protect me at all, which I mentioned before. They didn't give a fuck. Like, it was funny to them. And I said, "Oh, when you get downstairs, you can even check the people that I hung around with. They weren't very good back in my addiction days. Like, I should have never been hanging around with these people." They never looked into it. I also told them I heard a big thud one night when that was going on, coming from outside, a big thud on my balcony. Nothing. Literally just like, do you need to go talk to your doctor? Like something like dumb like that, right? Like basically a slap in the face. And that was the end of them. And then I had to go get my new phone. And now the very same thing is still happening to me. It's happening to me again. And again, I don't know if someone's hacked my phone again. I haven't even been around anyone. They said the last phone, somebody actually put a tracker right in it. So I've kind of narrowed that down to who that could be. And it wouldn't be that person because I didn't ever see them again for 7 years. But they could be affiliated with somebody that I did see, which I would have no idea that these two people would even know each other at all. So I was reflecting on that today. And again, where I am in this corrupt city, I'm going to keep speaking my truth because I did very much also call that non-emergency number. I believe it was 2 or 3 Fridays ago now as well, because the same stuff has been happening to me ongoing. And I left a detailed message, 555 on the timer. So that's great for me, which means a new life, basically new blessings coming your way. Big changes coming. So that's good. So I also called and they never have showed up. I left a detailed message with my new phone number on their answering machine on the non-emergency 911 number here in London, Ontario, Canada, and no one still ever called me back. And if those other two, Smirky 1 and Smirky 2, would have reported something in my file, they would have a detail and you think they would call me back about what's been going on. So I just had to get this out and talk about it because I am very much saving my energy right now. And I'm very much in the mood that I know everybody knows something that's going on around me. And again, it takes just one narcissist to ever tell the truth. But again, no narcissist can ever tell the truth, right? Their whole life is built on a lie and they've been lying since day one, depending on how old they are. And it's so bad that they don't even remember the lies they've told. That's how narcissists are. So it's very much informing me and letting me know that these Smirky 1 and Smirky 2, because narcissists do give that smirk look and they give the evil eye as well. It's a part of their facade, right? It's a part of their persona that they so cleverly created, and they love it. They love it. They think it's very cool of them, but it's not. I just seen a birthday of somebody that I know put the chip in my phone, so that leads me to that. This is how I get my downloads from the divine, so I'm still know that that's that person. And again, whoever's affiliated and doing all of this torturing to me. And again, we do know the government's involved, and we do know the town is very much corrupt where I'm living. But to sit here and think that these guys know the people that I used to hang out with, and they would know that they're horrible. They would know. They'd have a criminal record huge. Well, the one does. The other one framed me to go to jail, so I've been there for 4 hours. I don't even know if this other one's even been to jail. That's how bad it is in my city. But you know how the narcissists do that turnaround as well. That's why I keep reminding everybody that if you are an empath, please get away from these people because they don't love you. They hate you. And all of a sudden after that 90 days, it's kind of like a 90-day fiance. I don't watch reality TV shows, but it kind of sounds like that when I think of the 90 days. They only hate. They don't love you. And I'm just sitting here in my town thinking I had to get this out right now. I did have to speak it out loud, and I'm going to keep speaking it out loud. Someone's not telling the truth, and when you call a number and no one's serving and protecting you, it even leads me to wonder if these two are even real cops. Because again, they didn't show a badge. They didn't show any form of empathy. They just didn't give a fuck, and that's how a narcissist is. So, again, I've always stated that I've on a documentary I've seen that I think it's 95% of cops are Masons. So again, that's very popular, I think, in my city to be a Mason, from what I've been intuitively guided to know. And I did just want to put that out there so that when I speak, my word is my world. They always say that if you can't speak it into existence, it's not real. And this is very much something real that happened to me. I did tell Smirky 1 and Smirky 2, whether they documented it or not, that's denounced to me. But I'm always going to keep speaking my truth. And the other detailed message that I left 3 weeks ago on the non-emergency number, it's a big slap in the face for my city, man. It's disgusting. It's a slap in the face. And I'm putting it out there because I am walking karma, and I am calling judgment on the whole situation where nobody ever showed up for me. So I'm gonna call that out as judgment now, and I do hope that the ramifications for what these people did and what they didn't do to me actually comes out, and And whatever happens, we'll leave it up to the divine. Whatever happens, happens to these people. Because again, reflecting back on what was happening to me, I should have actually called 911. And when you're telling a cop that people are talking to you like that in your ear, like saying, we're never going to stop until you're dead. And this is really going on as a targeted individual. There was again, no empathy, which leads me to believe again, as a child, all of us needed empathy. And I always say this, as a child, all we needed was a couple goo goo gagas reflected back to us, mirrored back to us. And our childhoods could have been a little bit better. But a lot of us never had that. So, and the narcissists from childhood, again, they could have grown. They could have went to healing. They could have broken down their addictions, whatever it is that they got inside of them that's eating them apart. They could go any day again and make a change, but they refuse to. They refuse to. They're stubborn, they're egotistical, they're bullheaded, and they're not okay in their day unless they're wearing you down mentally, physically, and spiritually. Again, it's spiritual rape, what I'm going through. And these people will stop at nothing to tear you down. 1101. They're in a competition with you that you're not even competing with anybody. All you're asking for is just a little bit of 1111, make a wish, a little bit of a human integrity within the world. And it's making me wonder what the fuck happened to this world. And not just that empathy's gone, but the people that were sworn to do their job, 1122, to serve and protect people, if they're not even doing their job to serve and protect people, what the fuck is really going on within my my very, very corrupt city? So I'm just going to leave that at that. And if anyone else is a targeted individual and their life feels like it's kind of like a Truman Show and everybody knows what's going on, but nobody's talking, my heart's there with you. And again, I'm very intuitive and I'm very spiritual and I'm very loving, but I don't have love for these people anymore. I don't have hate either. I just have disgust. I'm disgusted with them, and they know it too. And I believe in my journey right now, I'm the Heyoka empath. So I mirror back to people. What they're missing, and they hate it, right? They hate it. And I believe 1212 on the timer. I believe as the narcissist, what they were doing for me was building me up. So I knew 1222, not what to take anymore. And I've learned that, not what to take anymore, but they still hate it because you're holding up that mirror to them of what they just never, what you're reflecting to them. They'll never change. They're not just like regular people like you and I who's watching this. They're the kind of people that, again, will lie and lie and lie and lie to save their own face. They'll throw anybody under the bridge. They'll manipulate, gaslight till you think you're going fucking insane, wondering and questioning what your reality actually is. And I've already gone through all of this. It's called the narc fog. And once you get out of that narc fog, you don't go back. You set boundaries, hold your head up high, lock, block, and don't ever look back at these people, which I've done. But again, I've been talking about they've all thought it was their right, 1313, to take over my journey. Again, with the technology, all illegal weapons being positioned on me, and every day, like earlier today, it was another attack again, and it was killing, and they never stop. When I woke up this morning, my energy was so bad. Everything was moving. Like right now, it shakes when they're using these weapons on you. Your whole body's shaking, where it's like almost like a mind manipulation with your mind, because it's not like the actual room spinning where you are, but it's like your body's shaking, but you can't even see the physical shaking. It's something that you're just feeling. And when I woke up this morning, I swear they were trying to give me a heart attack all night. Like I felt it up here in my chest, and my stomach wasn't right. And I wonder even what the fuck they've been doing to me in my dream state. And again, if you're somebody that's unconscious on the planet, you're not aware of what could be going on and what they could be doing to you. But when you do have your spiritual awakening and you're very much conscious and aware of the people around you and what you won't tolerate anymore, it's a slap in the face when you've been journaling for 4 years your dreams in a journal book, and now you can't because they're being manipulated. They're also very sexual. And again, when I close my eyes, I can't meditate anymore. That right's been taken away from me. Again, I know that last day the cops were here was the last day of March, because it's been since February 1st. I must have had my new phone, and I'm still not allowed with whoever's trying to run me. Again, the narcissist can't release grip. They can't release that control over you because they got to dominate over you, and they can't release you. And you've said no to this karmic family and all your old friends, and they're sick. They're sick, twisted, and mental in the head. And if you don't get away from these people, like I said, you'll end up in jail. You'll end up taking the fall for something you didn't do, or you'll end up dead. And that's what they want. They don't even care if you die. They want you to die. So that's all I have to say about that. But again, another just a small thing. Again, I can live without it. But it's again it's principle over personality, something that these narcissists will never know, and they'll never know it from a meeting because they'll never go into an AA or get help with their addictions. And all narcissists have many addictions. Actually, when you're living with one of them, or dating one of them, you'll never actually even know all the addictions they have, because you might just think they're on like cocaine and beer, but they've got a long like 20 more addictions that you might not even know, because they're so embarrassed to even let anybody know what else they do. And it's usually criminal, and it's usually grotesque and disgusting. And they're embarrassed with themselves. 1555. But they'll do anything, and I mean anything, not to have their mask fall off. Because inside they're just that weak, pathetic little boy or girl. They got nothing to offer you. They're hollow, they're shallow, and they're an empty vessel. They're an empty vessel, an empty meat suit. And I said in another video the other day, we're not the body, even though our body hurts. Mine's killing every day with these weapons on me. We're not the body, though. We're the soul. And again, the soul is something that these creatures, these parasites, do not have. But they'll try to steal yours. So if you're on the journey right now, I'd keep advising people to keep watching narcissism videos, keep getting wise. And when we get wise, we have wisdom, and wisdom can be shared with the rest of the planet. For anyone else that's struggling with these narcissists who like to knock you down, and don't ever tell them anything that's private to you, because they'll use it to exploit you. They'll use it to exploit you. Don't ever think that they're your friend, because when they're done with you, they're really done with you, and they'll run a smear campaign all over town. If you're somebody that hung out with somebody years ago that was a psychopath, because I was in my addictions, they'll hate you even more because you're doing well and successful in your life. So they'll do anything, and again, I mean anything, to knock you down 1717 and take you off your course. So always keep your head up. Keep knowing that you do have the power within inside of you, because unlike the narcissist, we don't have an empty vessel. We're a lovely, bright being. We're that bright, shining light. And once you keep going and knowing, again, everything is I am powerful, I am confident, I am resourceful. And again, I have integrity, I have value, and I bring service to the collective consciousness. And these guys don't bring any of these qualities to anything. They sit there all day in fear, shame, guilt, and they lie through their teeth. And when I woke up this morning in that energy, it was like somebody was trying to give me a heart attack. Those weapons were on me. I couldn't breathe. And it's like somebody's trying to also damage my thyroid gland, my throat chakra, when I'm sleeping. Again, like right now, I'm having a hard time swallowing. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. It's going to be 1818 on the timer, which again is a great spiritual number. And the 8 and the 1 always adds up to 9. So again, if you do see number 9 around the planet, you're connected with the universe, and no matter what form you see it in, whether it's a 6, a 2, and a 1, or whatever combination of numbers, when it adds up to number 9, you're supported and you're guided by the universe. And I'm going to leave it at that for tonight. But I just wanted to come on with that message to let people know in my town that something's up here, man. This is really disgusting. And it is very much a true story of what I'm going through. And it's disgusting. It's isolating. They stole my Facebook, my Messenger, and all my rights. And my free will has been taken from me. And what they're doing, again, is called spiritually raping me. And there's more than that. To me, it's physical rape as well, because they're moving me around so much and they're draining my energy, and it's disgusting. And again, knowing that these people are predators and psychopaths and narcissists, most of them belong in jail, or like I mentioned, in a straitjacket. So I'm just going to let that out there where I'm residing in London, Ontario, Canada. Apparently the cops do not show up for you, and they let you fend for yourself in the grand scheme of things, in the very, very much situation that I am going through right now. So I'm just putting that out there. I hope wherever you are, people do show up for you. Again, if you took an oath to serve and protect the community, then I guess you're going to be losing your badge because you didn't serve and protect somebody. I'll leave it at that for now. Thank you very kindly. Again, I'm Lynn, coming to you from London, Ontario, Canada. Namaste.